Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth04 for another Crisis Core mission video. Last time we beat this Bahamut Fury, and now we're gonna start off a bit easier and go back to some missions that we passed up. Specifically, EM Hell on the island. An abnormal electromagnetic field has been activated on Desert Island, damaging the machinery we plan to use in our site investigation. Shinra troops are at a stalemate with monsters swarming the area. Find the cause of the abnormality and eliminate it! We unlocked these missions a while ago, actually. We did the first EM Hell mission, but it was a bit tough for us, so I ignored it and then completely forgot about it, and now we're over-leveled for it again, so it's nice to just go from the really tough missions that we were on earlier to this. But anyway, there are 3 chests, and they're all out of the way of the boss. The first has a high potion, as you can see at the end of the path are those 2. These enemies are really annoying. We fought them before, but they're Sky Gunners. They have 8,190 health, and I really don't like them, just because they have a huge attack radius when they're doing that stupid spin attack. Like, you think that you're out of the way, but you're not. But anyway, we get diamond gloves and a gravity materia out of that, so it's not that great, but once again, you're supposed to have done this a while ago. Also, another mission where I could have gotten a gravity materia out of a long time ago if I had paid attention, but oh well. The boss here is 2 of the Sky Gunners and a Bee Saucer, and as you can see, you can just zap them to pieces with health and Naga, and we got a status ward out of it. Status ward, I think we talked about, is a nice materia. You can use it to make yourself immune to stuff if you have a hell materia equipped. Anyway, we're gonna continue on. This is in the Materia Zack the Materia Hunter tree. EM Hell in the Wasteland. A abnormal electromagnetic field has been activated in the Wasteland, damaging the machinery we plan to use in our site investigation. Shinra troops cannot enter with monsters swarming the area. Find the cause of the abnormality and eliminate it. It's weird, like, we're looking for electromagnetic, like, disturbances, and I get, like, in the first one, there was, like, a chain machine, and I guess it was, like, electric enemy there. In the last mission that we just did, there was, the Sky Gunners, which, you know, and the Bee Saucers, and the Bee Saucers are electric. Here, the boss is a dorky face. Actually, it's a nightmare, technically, but, like, those aren't electric enemies. Anyway, there are only 2 chests here, the X Potion and the Elixir there, and as I said, the boss is a Nightmare, which has 10,200 health, and a Dorky Face, which has 4,600 health. So, missions are pretty easy, especially where we are, and we get an Elemental Strike out of that, which is really awesome. The missions here are pretty easy, but you want to be, I don't know, probably in the high 20s before you start doing it, because the enemies can, you know, hurt you if you don't kill them quickly. I lost my place there. EM Hell in the Mines. An abnormal electromagnetic field has been activated in the coal mines, damaging the machinery we plan to use in our investigation of the site. Shinra troops cannot enter with monsters swarming the area, find the cause of abnormality, and eliminate it. Yeah, it's like a cut and paste of the same exact thing, except an abnormal electromagnetic field has been activated in blank. And yeah, it's actually, it's the exact same, I'm looking down over here, it's the exact same text except for the location. But anyway, there are 4 chests here, I think. 3 of them are on the way for the boss. We have the diamond gloves, there's going to be a gravity materia there. I tried to keep going around the bend just to avoid enemies, but nope, still ran into them. Oh well. Yeah, they try to use Nightmare Breath, which can cause a whole bunch of status on you. If you remember from Final Fantasy VII, they're really annoying enemies in the Shinra Mansion. But what do we know from the Shinra Mansion? It's not like we're going to be going there in this game. Look at that beautiful DMW. I go over that in episode 18, I think. I have episodes 18, 19, and 20 already recorded, so there is an end to this. This is the second to last of the mission videos here, so don't you worry. I just go over some of the things that I recently acquired, just to see if I can make myself a bit stronger. I also wanted to you know, try to level up some of my Materias. So like on the easier missions, I equip low-level Materia just to try to level them up here. Really doesn't make a difference as long as you have a Hell Materia, preferably Hell Thundaga because it's just the most useful. Then you'll be set, really. But anyway, yeah, down this way. Should be, yeah, this chest over there with Shinra Beta, right? Yep. And the boss is up at the next bend, but we're gonna go around him because all the way at the end of the mine here is a Twisted Headband. Yay! But yeah, the boss here is going to be the demon enemy that has 19,000 health, and also evil goyles that have 13,000. So yeah, just spam them to death. And from that we get magic up double plus. The mission tree here, I would say for the time that you can access it, which I honestly should have because yeah, it's not too hard. EM Hell in the Plains. Abnormal electromagnetic field has been activated in the plains, damaging machinery. Shinra troops cannot enter with monsters, kill things. Yeah, it's the same thing. You know, given the, I guess, the relative ease of the missions here, this is probably something you should have done when you first had access to it, even though it said very hard at the time. Like I said, like mid-20s maybe. You can actually do this early 20s also. The point being, there are 3 chests here, all yes, from the dash here. The dash is in the upper middle. The other 2 chests are on the left wall of the map. And yep, since we're on this map, I feel obligated to say I hate these maps so much because you can't tell where the enemy things are, and it's stupid. I hate it. Oh yeah. And yeah, the battles get you all turned around and stuff. It's so annoying. Ugh. But yeah, whatever. Like I said, if you're like mid-20s, I would suggest doing this because you get the rewards you get out of this, like the you get Stop Blade, you get the Elemental Strike, Status Ward, and specifically the Status Ward and the reward you get for the 6, like for the following mission, the last one, AP up double plus, nice. And all the way in the bottom corner of the map is an X potion also, which we'll get to. There's the boss over there. I think I'm running against the wall, yeah. See, the wall doesn't even match up with the fence, it's stupid. Like, the fence is like just sticking into the wall. It gives you an illusion that that it's open, but it's not open. But anyway, we get the Status Strike, the Materia there. And yeah, so this is actually, this mission set is actually something that gives you like a complete set of how to break the game Materia. It's nice. And guess what this one's gonna say? Oh my gosh, electromagnetic field in the caverns, damaging the machinery planet used in investigation site. Shinra poops. Wow. Cannot enter with monsters swarming the area, find the cause of the abnormality, and eliminate it. Hey. But yeah. This mission is tougher though. In a way, some of the enemies here can be really annoying. You have the razor weeds, you have the bound fats, which are immune to fire, and you have the thunderbirds, which are the new enemy here that are immune to lightning, or technically they absorb lightning, and the bound fats absorb fire. So it's just kind of annoying. But you have 3 treasures here. There's a steel materia that's all the way out of the way, and then on the way to the boss you have dark matter. And yeah, annoying enemies. So here are the Thunderbirds. The Thunderbirds have 13,580 health, and I really wasn't prepared for them, but luckily you can just avoid them and slash them if you don't have a Hellfaraga or something. The fun thing is a lot of the missions here are going to require you. I don't know why I was running away. I have the Wizard Omelet on. or wizard bracelet, or whatever it's called. A lot of the strategy in these missions is going to be just keep running away until you find an opportunity to attack. Let's see here, the final chest is a Vitality Up Double Plus Materia, which is pretty nice. And I consider whether or not I want to put it on. As you can see, I have the Status Strike and Status Ward and Health Ondaga, and yes, we have the Bound Fats, 2 Bound Fats, and 2 Thunderbirds. But,
Prove your honor to me.
Prove your honor to me. Yeah. Battle goes pretty fast, as you can tell. Yay! Oh yeah. And we get a Health Ondaga. So yeah, this 6 missions here will give you a Status Ward, a Status Strike, and a Health Ondaga Materia. Also Elemental Strike if you want to give yourself a lightning attack. So equipping those 4 will essentially turn you into a lightning and a lightning super being of status. But anyway, now we're going to go to the Great Cavern of Wonders, Invitation to the Underground. I'll talk about this once the mission starts, but we enter the second subterranean den near the Great Northern Cave. We cannot determine whether it was naturally formed or made by human hands. Shinra sent in a science team, which never came back. This is where you come in. So the Great Cavern of Wonders is 36 missions that unlock one after the other. It's a cascade, you know, from 911 to 966. Each one unlocks from beating the previous one, and it's essentially the Cave of 100 Trials of this game. Obviously gets progressively harder, but it's the ultimate dungeon of the game, and the first, I don't know, 5 missions. No, the first 3 missions are pretty easy out of the 36, and then they get really hard for the next 4 or so, and then after that it's just like max difficulty for the next, 25. I don't know how my math adds up there. But before I go on, there are 4 chests here. There's a Graviga, a Fire Ring, a Bronze Helmet, and a Hypno Crown. They're all on the way to the boss, except for the one that we just got. Yay, we get Moogle, right? Nope. At least we still gotta level up on Magic Barrier there. The rewards for these missions are going to be fantastic, because this, like I said, this is the ultimate dungeon of the game. The only problem is that the difficulty ramps up. Most of the, 70%, yeah, as you can see, the boss is going to be a Malboro. 70% of the missions here are always going to say very hard, no matter what level you are. Even if you all the way up to 99, it's still going to say very hard for the difficulty. That's the type of thing that you're going to have. You want to have Status Ward when you're fighting this guy. I don't know, do I equip it? I don't know. You want to have Status Ward when you're fighting the Malboro, because otherwise he's going to do, if you've ever fought a Malboro in the previous games, they just do a bazillion different types of status: poison, sleep, curse, silence, everything. It's really bad. But yeah, specifically they do poison. So yeah, this, like I said, this is for real folks. The Malboro has 48,760 health. It's not weak to fire, but fire does a nice amount of damage. You also can just get behind it and try to critical it to all hell, because I was, yay, and we get the Aegis Omelet, which is pretty nice status increase. Yeah, as you can see, I was pretty powered up for that, so I did a nice amount of damage, but if you want to attack from a distance, fire is the way to go, or Faraga, Hell Faraga. Okay. So yeah, this is the challenge dungeon, and it's pretty cool. It unlocks after you beat the Treasure Info 6, which we did in the last episode. Deeper into the caves. The caves are larger inside than previous thought. Headquarters has decided on a thorough investigation, but this is going to be a long-term mission. Proceed slowly and with caution. Emphasis on the caution. There are 4 chests here. 2 are on the way to the boss, 2 are not. Yeah, Status Ward is going to be nice. Also, equipping multiple elements is going to be a good idea. Here we have Sky Armors, which have 16,844 health. I hate them. We have Hunting Hounds, which are the stupid fast dogs that hit you. And even worse, we have... Well, we'll see when we get to a battle. We have an enemy that comes back from Final Fantasy VII. That wasn't a regular enemy. It was actually a boss. But we'll see. We'll see. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, we got the M barrier there. This is in the out of the way area, but if you can't tell, and the Gisal greens or Gishal greens. I don't know. Things that you feed the chocobo. Luckily, you can avoid most of the enemy encounters here. But yeah, as you can see, the boss at the end here is a Dark Nation, which was the dog that accompanied Rufus, if you don't remember when you fought him on the top of Shinra Tower. And we get a phase modulation. Hey, Zack? The thing you did before where you jump onto your feet, can you do it on sand? Of course, but if I do it for you, you gotta promise me one date. Sure, but if you can't do it, you have to grant me one tiny wish. Deal! Oops. Wait, one more try, please! Alright, just one more try, though. Whoop! Huh! Told you I could do it. Just like that. You know, the purpose of these things, it just fills in, like, time that you don't see in the game. You know, there's a lot of time in between things. It's not like, oh, Zack only sees Eris when, you know, we get a Thundaga Blade out of that. It's not like Zack only sees Eris when we do. Like, you know, they built up a relationship, you know, in between story points, and it's nice. It's nice that the game doesn't have to shove it in our faces. It's like, you know, things do happen off screen. Surprise. Mark VII Intruder. Evidence of human life has been found deep inside the caves. We're obviously not the first ones in. Investigate the surrounding area. If you encounter hostiles, you're free to eliminate them. Okay, so this mission has a ton of chests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chests, I think. We got the lightning ring and the assault twister. I think that was a lightning ring and assault twister. Yeah, so here the enemies once again ramp up in difficulty. You're going to start running into, aside from the Dark Nations, cue the Dark Nations, you're going to start running into G Spartans and G Balders. The G Spartans have 8,240 health. Yay, Cactar. But the G Baldur has 72,000, so I think that's going to be the boss. But yeah, you want to, with those Dark Nations, you want to have the dash Materia equipped so you could just run away from them, wait till they finish an attack, and then zap them, and then continue running. Look at the Mountain Chocobo Omelet, which I don't think is as good as the Sea Chocobo Omelet, which I think we have. We have the Dringa Materia there, and yeah, we have the boss here, which there's nothing past him. Funny thing about this boss, if we ever get to him, just trying to find something good to attach. We're actually not supposed to see this enemy yet. Yeah, the G Spartans just zap them until they die so that they can't stop you. I'm pretty sure they have, like, their bullets automatically stop you. So yeah, the G Baldur, 72,380 health. He has a gun blade, and he can shoot you or slash you, so just be careful with what you do. I think he also might have a special attack, I'm not sure. Like one that, you know, an unstoppable attack. But you could just get behind him and do this, and eventually he'll die. Maybe. Yay. I get a nice amount of, I get a nice amount of, just everything from that. And we get a rune omelet out of it. But when they get low on their health, they start trying to cast Curaga on themselves pretty much exclusively, so it's a good time to just start killing them because they'll just keep trying to heal. But anyway, the rune omelet is MB plus 80, and yeah, as you can see, that had Vitality and Spirit plus 20. I think it was Silence and Curse or something, I don't know. it's nice. And one more, Genesis's Interception. We are still unsure of Genesis's goals, but the fact that he has deployed troops to these caves indicates that something inside interests him. Eliminate Genesis's fortress while exploring the caves. And, is this... No, we do one more, sorry. So yeah, this is the second to last mission of the video. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chests here too, I think. We have the adamantite behind us. What was it, like 8 adamantite? We've got a phoenix down, which is pretty nice because that is a rare item. It's probably one of the most rare, like, you know, usable items in the game, as opposed to like an equipable item. And it makes sense because it gives you a raise status. I mean, like, that's not something you should be able to just, you know, mass buy. Let's see, up over here we have a crystal bracelet. I don't have a food name for the bracelets, and that makes me sad. Don't yet. Just try to go around. Up over here we should have more mithril. And down on the bend, the last chest is a Shinra Beta. And then we'll head for the boss. The enemies here are the exact same, like in the dungeon, the Dark Nation, the Spartan, and the Paladin. Except now the boss is 2 G Paladins. Spartan, G Paladins. I also remembered that I had my Graviga Materia, which made me happy, because then... Yeah, there was the Gunblade. Because then I could just start... I'm pretty sure I showed this before, so I decided... But I couldn't remember, so I decided not to skip it, but I did speed it up, so... Yeah, there's that. I'm not going to be reading it. Sorry. But so yeah, I remembered I had Graviga, which made this fight a lot easier. Okay. And yeah, as you can see, one of them is close to death. But they're pretty resistant to the lightning. I was actually impressed. I should have used the Graviga again. And he's using Gunblade, but I have another Angeal. Zack, let's go. Alright, sorry. I'm ready to become a hero. That's the top of the Shinra building. It's pretty cool. I have no idea when that's supposed to take place. Oh, so we're level 38 now. Or we are enemy. Oh, boom. Rush Assault is, I think, considered the best, and we get a high jump materia. I think Rush Assault is considered the best limit to get against bosses. The best attacking limit anyway. Cisne is like the best objective limit because it lets you get more and it gives you the critical status. If you get Cisne and then something, it's nice. But Rush Assault just does a ton of hits, as you can see, like, I don't know, 10 or 15, I don't know how many. Behind the scenes, the soldier operative in our investigative unit has been taken out by Genesis's troops. Hurry to where the soldier operative was deployed and eliminate the enemy. But yeah, Octo Slash does 8, it does 8, which is nice. And the rest of them usually just do area damage, not area, but like damage to all enemies type of thing. So yeah, Rush Assault is great, is what I'm saying. Let's see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chests in this one. This utilizes pretty much the full map. And the regular enemies are now the G Paladins, which is really annoying. You're going to want to try to... a lot of these fights are also like unavoidable areas, which is really annoying, so I just run from all of them. But we got the Frost Omelet going in over there. This is an unavoidable area, but it might be a good idea to try to run because they'll use wall like the second they start. Yay! Escaped. Yeah, there is a Quake Materia over here, which if you haven't bought it from the secret shop, the Wutai secret store or whatever, equip it. And yeah, we can M barrier over there. This is also out of the way. We were supposed to make a left at that juncture. An Osmoga Materia, or Osmaga, which is pretty cool. It siphons MP. And another Quake! Yay! I don't know why they give you 2 Quakes in the same level, but okay. If you want, you can just die. If you don't have like the race status or whatever, you can just try to die and come back over here. Yeah. Guess what I did? So now we're on the left side, upper left side of the map, and we have a river chocobo omelet. We're at the top of the map now. And yeah, keep going over here and go around the wide end here to avoid enemies and to get a barrier materia. So we got an M barrier and a barrier materia and Dringa. I think if you put an M barrier and a barrier mastered materia together, you get wall. But yeah, wall uses barrier and M barrier as one. It's nice, but we don't need to do that. We don't need to master both of them. The boss is going to be a Sweeper plus plus, which has 24,580 health. It's... yeah, it's not really tough. We've fought them before. The real problem is going to be the G Spartans, which, as I said, their regular attack can stop you. And it stops you for a long time. Like, if you get stopped, you're dead. That's just it. I was really lucky to actually get Chain Slash there because it let me get out of the way. So you want to keep running around to make sure they don't shoot you and take them out first. A good way to do that would either be, you know, Health and Daga or the new Quake materia that you have. Yeah, I got that again. Hey, Zack. Mastered Gravity, that's nice. I thought I equipped my Graviga materia, but I accidentally equipped a Gravity materia, and I'm very happy I didn't die. But you get the wall materia out of that, and yeah, that's really all I came to do with this set of missions, why I kept trying on this one, because wall is very, very useful, and it saves a slot if you're trying to get both, you know, M barrier and barrier on. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. As you go along, remember not to equip the wrong materia, because it's really, really bad. I almost died from it. But anyway, that's it. That's it for this episode. There's one more mission video before we return to the story. Thank you very much for your patience, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Several Told 4 with Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII mission videos. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.